friends, Robin here with Matt Man and Robin. Welcome to the channel where I like to inspire, encourage, and include you in packing Operation Christmas Child shoeboxes year-round. Welcome back to another installation of This or That. Today we are going to be comparing 7 different brands of crayons because, in case you didn't notice, July 4th is over and that means it's back to school season. So all of the back to school prices are starting to hit the shelves. I wanted to do this comparison as quickly as possible so that you can go and get the good deals that are close to you. I will also be doing a colored pencil This or That very soon, very similar to this. So the way this is going to work, I have a little spreadsheet here that I have scribbled all over. But by the time you're watching this, I have edited it and put it in the link below. So if you want to pause right now and print this off and follow along, you're welcome to. You can also take this with you to the grocery store when you're going to buy all of these crayons, or just because sometimes I have to have a physical thing. Also, I'm going to get into some technical details that might help to have this written down just to help your brain follow along. So, the way I'm going to break these down is each brand will be able to get up to 20 points. None of them did, by the way. And they can score 5 points in each category of crayon quality, box and wrapper quality, color diversity, which different colors are included in that set of 24. You don't want to send someone 12 blues and no yellows. And then I have also given a score for price. I did break down price a few different ways, just in case you are watching this and it's not back to school. I will tell you the original price, I will tell you the back to school price, and then I will score it on the back to school price for the individual crayon, not the whole set of crayons, because I know that different people pack these boxes different ways. Some people put the whole box of crayons in there, and other people pick a few and put them in a baggie and include them in their box, which is how I do it. I do that for a couple reasons. One, it makes my dollar go a lot farther, and two, I can get a lot more in a shoebox if I don't send the whole pack of crayons. It's such a blessing to send the whole pack, and I hope that you do. I hope that you pack the way that you feel led. It's just how I pack. It's differently. And then also some people send crayons in the pencil packs that go in as filler, and so I just wanted to break it down price per crayon so that you can know what you are putting towards your budget for pencil packs. So that's it in a nutshell. This is the spreadsheet we're about to go over, and the 7 different brands are Crayola, the OG, CraZArt. This one's new to me this year. Pen+Gear Walmart brand put out crayons. This is a Mondo Llama, the Target brand. This is Imagine, which is Dollar General brand. And then these two are character crayons. This one is by the brand Bendon, which is what a lot of our coloring books are. I actually got this at Dollar General. And this is by Greenbrier, which is the in-house Dollar Tree brand. So, as you noticed, all the other ones are 24 packs. This one is 16 and comes this way. This one is a pack of 8, but it comes in a set of 3. So overall, you're still getting 24 crayons when you purchase this. So let's jump into the actual review. The first one that we're gonna do is the OG because we're all familiar with it. This is how I did the color quality. So right up front, off the bat, you can see all of these did a really great job. I pushed the same amount of pressure on all of these as I did the coloring, and I am pleasantly surprised. I would give any of these crayons to my nieces and nephews to use for the weekend, and I would not feel guilty about that. Therefore, it passes my test, and I would put any of these crayons in a shoebox for packing. So you can't go wrong with any of these crayons. there is a better one in my opinion, but they still are all really good quality and will make beautiful pictures with these kiddos' artistic abilities. So this first one up here is Crayola. I think it did a great job. It's the OG, we know what we're getting. We are used to coloring with this crayon. This is what we are used to. I gave it a 4. I think it's good. 4 is good, 5 is the best, and I don't think that it is the best of this whole sheet. So it's getting a 4 in the quantity section. I'm sorry, crayon quality section. The next thing is the box and wrapper quality. So this box did great. I have fiddled with these boxes 3 or 4 times, opening them up, dumping all the crayons out, counting the crayons, putting them back in, getting them back out to do the color test, putting them back in. So I'm very familiar with the box and the crayon itself. I think this box, as you can see, it was easy to open and close with one hand. It's really sturdy, and this flap is glued down so it doesn't get in your way of getting to the crayons. So I like it. Good box. It does get a 4. Again, 4 means good, 5 means the best, and there's a box in here that blew me away. As far as the wrapper goes, we're very used to this wrapper. It clearly has the color written in 3 languages, and it peels off nicely once you get down to the nitty-gritty of the crayon. As far as color diversity goes, again, Crayola is good. It's not the best, so it's getting a 4. It had, and this is where you might want to print this off to follow along, but it had 2 reds, 5 oranges, 2 yellows, 2 greens, 5 blues, 4 pinks and purples, and 4 neutrals. So that's how I split them up, just to see what the color diversity is of each box. Originally, this box of crayons is $2.71 at walmart.com. That's what it's going to be for you year round. At back to school this year in 2022, they are selling this for 50 cents, which makes each crayon 2 cents. And this is where Crayola gets an average. It's not good, it's not the best, it just gets an average, so it scores a 3 for a total of 15 points. Starting off the pack real strong with a solid 15. Again, Crayola is great, OG quality. 50 cents is amazing for a pack of crayons. Next is CraZArt. So this is what they look like. Here is the crayon quality test, and I'm just gonna tell you from way back here, this one is the most noticeable square to me, and that is the CraZArt. So I think that it colored the best. It had the smoothest coloring. It gave out the richest color without feeling too oily. So it gets a 5 in this category. And I was pleasantly surprised by CraZArt crayons. So good job, CraZArt. You get a 5 for that. Now, as far as box and wrapper quality goes, they are not quite as good of quality as the Crayola. It's very similar, just has a different brand. It also has red written. I'm sorry, my camera's not gonna focus, but it is in 3 different languages, just like the Crayola ones. However, this box is not quite as sturdy. It's a little bit more flimsy. It still has the good one hand open, and this flap is glued down so it doesn't get in the way. So I gave it a 3.5 because it's definitely better than some other boxes on here. It's not quite as solid as Crayola, so it doesn't get a 4. So it earns a 3.5 for box and wrapper quality. As far as color diversity, it's not quite as good as Crayola. I discovered this last year as I was packing my boxes. CraZArt loves the color blue. This bad boy has 6 blues in it. A quarter of these crayons are blue. And so because of that, there are only 2 red, 4 orange, 2 yellow, 2 green, 4 purple or pinks, and 4 neutrals, and it's kind of hard to split equally into a packet. Some of those packets that I get, the kid is getting 2 and 3 blues out of 8 crayons, and it's just not quite as diverse as I want. So it gets a 3, which is just average. Its original price all year round is 74 cents, which I think is amazing. But at back to school this year, Walmart is selling it for 35 cents. So run, because they were already clearing the shelves today, ladies, which makes it a little more than 1 cent per crayon, just a little bit. And if you do the math, it's actually 1.4 cents per crayon, which is amazing. So if you're putting 4 of these bad boys in a pencil pack to go in as filler, you're only spending like 5 cents. That's amazing. So it gets a 4 as far as price goes on my scale because it's good, but it's not the best. So right now, CraZArt's total is a 15.5, putting it in the lead over Crayola, which was shocking to me. But for the price, you really can't beat it, especially the year-round price, right? Next is the Pen+Gear ones. Guys, this was my first year to notice these. Have I just been living under a rock? I've never seen Pen+Gear do crayons before. So let's jump into the quality of these bad boys, shall we? Here is the Pen+Gear right here. Again, pretty good. It's not as good as Crayola or CraZArt, so it is going to get a 3.5, which is a little better than average, 3 being average. It's not good, but it's better than average. So that is the quality here of the 3 colors. As far as the box goes, this was definitely the worst box. And kind of a not fun wrapper. It just kind of looks like one of those crayons that you get at Chili's. It kind of feels a little waxy to me. It does have the 3 different languages of the colors, and they are clearly labeled. So it does get a little bit of a leg up for that. But this box is very flimsy. It's difficult to open with one hand. I don't know why. I think because they made it fit too tightly here. And so when you do that, it kind of rips the edges. See here, there's already a rip, and I've only opened it like 4 times, which is a lot, but still. And then once you open it, this flap gets in your way of getting to the crayons. So if you intend to put in this box of crayons, which is a fantastic price, by the way, and include it with this box being the long-term carrier, I just don't see how it's going to work long-term. If you take the crayons out of the box like I do and send it in an additional reusable package, this is great. The packaging doesn't matter, but I was just not happy. It gets a 1, guys, a 1. And this is the worst box, period, the worst. Color diversity is not that great either. It's a little bit worse than the CraZArt. It has 3 red, only 1 orange, only 2 yellow, 4 green. That's nice. I'm glad about the green. But then again, there's that 6 blue, which is the same as CraZArt. A quarter of these crayons are blue. 4 pink and purple, and 4 neutral. So with only 1 orange, it got a bump down from CraZArt. And that's where it sits on the diversity scale. Originally, Walmart, these are 97 cents year-round, but I've never seen them year-round. I only seen them at back to school, and they are only 25 cents right now. I had to go to 2 Walmarts to find this because people are buying them out, just buying them out of stock. That makes this 1 cent per crayon. Actually, it's less than 1 cent per crayon, but you know, which gives it a 5 in the price category. So everything added up, we're sitting at an 11.5 total, which puts this guy closer to the low end of the scale. Again, all these are great. These crayons are great. If you've purchased these to put in a box, they're good. They're just better ones that I'm comparing today. So, in my opinion, totally my opinion, I'm not shaming anyone for their choices at all. I bought these. I will put these in a box. I will use these. Next is Mondo Llama. I have never purchased these before. I'm not really a Target shopper, so I had to make a special trip to Target to pick these up. Here is the Mondo Llama here on the color chart. It's pretty close, similar to Pen+Gear, so I gave it a 3.5. If I had to pick one or the other, I think I like Pen+Gear better, and here's why. Here are the colors that are in this box, and they're very pastel-y looking. In fact, this is the red crayon color, and it just looks very pastel in the box. Everything in the box was very pastel, almost like a blending of the colors. And I just am not a huge fan of it. But, guys, this box is amazing. Like, I would buy this box to house other crayons in. Like, let's put some Crayola crayons in this box and we've got a winner. It is so rock solid. This is the most solid box available. It's not super easy. Like, you can't put your finger in the middle. You kind of have to pull from the edge here. Oops, I just ripped it. That makes me really sad. It's still a really good quality box. It's the best quality, but you do have to pull from the side and be gentle, I guess. But my favorite part is this. It comes with like a plastic topper, like a little mini egg carton to keep all the crayons separated during travel, which I think is amazing. I'm kind of embarrassed that my favorite box ripped in front of you, especially considering I gave it a 5. But I'm still very impressed with this box. Again, once you open it, it's easy to see. This flap is glued down on the side, and you can get to all of the crayons really quick. So, as far as color diversity, we're sitting right at average here. My only complaint is that there are seven neutrals in here. However, it's really not that bad when you think about it. It's not like there's 7 blues, which is all the same shade, because neutral includes like black, white, gray, and brown. So just 4 of them are 4 different colors. And this one has, what makes it 7 is it has 3 additional brown tones, and I'm assuming that is so that you have different skin tones to use, which is very nice for diversity in general. So it's sitting at average for me on the color diversity wheel. The original price at Target is $1.25 for these, so it's right up like same with Dollar Tree prices. However, at back to school right now, these are 25 cents. So both of these bad boys are running 25 cents right now. And if I have to, if that's your budget, this one wins. Because the coloring, it's these 2 right here. The coloring is so similar, the quality of the crayon is similar, but this box is going to last this child. If 25 cents is your budget and you're putting the whole box of crayons in the shoebox, this one, because this box is, okay, moving. Oh, the other thing, no, that's next. Sorry, I'm getting them a little mixed up in my head. That is Mondo Llama, and because its price is 1 cent per crayon, it also gets a 5 on the price, which puts it at a 16.5 for points, which makes it our #1 crayon on the whole list. It beats Crayola, it beats CraZArt. this is the one that wins in points, even once we get to the end. Next is these Imagine crayons. So if we are talking quality of crayons, these two are definitely the best quality. Then I think Pen+Gear and Mondo Llama are sitting really similar. And then these three are pretty much the same. So this Imagine and Bendin and Greenbrier, they're all from a Dollar Tree or a dollar store, Dollar General and Dollar Tree. And they all are that waxy kind of crayon that you would get if you're sitting down to eat at Chili's. Still great, it still works. It's going to color in all those pages. It colored beautifully. I would send any of these crayons. It's just on the lower end of the quality for me, in my opinion. So it gets a 3 as far as crayon quality goes. Now, when we come to the box and the wrapper, again, it's sitting straight at a 3. It's worse than Crayola, it's worse than CraZArt, it's definitely better than Pen+Gear, but it also has torn a little bit on the side. It does do the easy open. It does have the glued down side. You can see clearly into the box. It's just not as sturdy as a Crayola box. It's a little bit flimsier even than the CraZArt. But where I think it kind of drops below CraZArt as far as quality goes is the Crazy wrapper. Again, it's just that kind of crummy wrapper, the kind that you get at like at a restaurant. But the names of their colors are not like red, orange, yellow, green, blue. This one is called Brick. And I had to guess that it was red only by comparing it to the other crayons in the box. Like, let's pull out this one and see what it's called. Cashmere. What is this one called? Coconut Shell. It's definitely brown. So they're not clearly labeled. The other thing about quality is that when I poured them out, I did not dump them from a height. I pulled them out with my hand like this. And still one of them, I don't know if you can see right there, the tip broke off of it, the purple one. So that's why it went down in quality for me. And as far as box wrapper quality, it's getting a 3, which is just average. As far as color diversity, it also gets a 3. It's average. This is your average run-of-the-mill crayons. It's not good, it's not bad, it's just a crayon. At Dollar General year-round, you can get these for 50 cents, which makes them the most affordable crayons year-round to find, which I think is really cool. And at Back to School, they have dropped it down to 33 cents, which brings it to be a little more than 1 cent per crayon. It's 1.3 cents per crayon. So it's getting a 4 in the price category, which gives it a total score of 13. Then last are our two dollar store options here. This is the Bendin, and you can find these in several different character themes. And this is the Greenbrier, the ones from Dollar Tree. Again, you can find these. They come in a set of 3. And they have them in all kinds of different character themes. So, as far as crayon quality goes, this one is the Bendin here. And I think it's just average. It gets a 3, the same as the Imagine. As far as the box and wrapper quality goes, I want to give the box a 1, right? Because it does the same thing that that the Pen+Gear one does. This gets in the way. You can't get the crayons out. You can't really see into the crayon box. And when you're putting the crayons back in, this flap gets in the way and it kind of like scrapes the top of the crayons. It's not great, but I'm gonna give it a 2 because it didn't rip and because it's just so stinking cute. Like, I don't care, you put this or this in front of a little girl, she's gonna go for this one, and she doesn't care about the quality inside. She wants this cute box. So that's why I'm bumping it up to a 2 instead of a 1, because it's just cute. Now, as far as the wrapper goes, the cutest little wrapper in the whole world. Sorry, I have crayons all over my fingernails. But there is no mention of a color. Nothing. Nothing is written on this except the word Barbie. Again, you're having to guess. You have to guess what this color is, and that's not fun or fair for that little girl. So, yeah, it's a 2. It's a 2 for me on the box and wrapper quality. The color diversity, though, it did really well. It's getting a 4, which is on par with Crayola. You've got almost 2 of everything. You have 2 red, 2 orange, 1 yellow, 2 green, 3 blues, 2 pinks, and 4 neutrals. And you have to remember that there are 8 less crayons in this set. So those small numbers still make it a very diverse pack of crayons. You can get this at Dollar General year-round for $1, but it does not have a discounted price at back to school. So it is $1 all year round, making this the most expensive crayon on our list. So it's only getting a 1 for price. It is 6 cents per crayon. You can put 6 of these crayons in for the same price as 1 of these Barbie crayons. It's crazy. Which brings, sadly, our Bendin crayons total to a 10. And this puts her in last place in all of our crayons, even though she's really cute. She's just expensive. And lastly is our Mickey crayon. I love these. I buy these frequently from Dollar Tree. You do get them they come in packs of 8. 3 packs together, which equals 24. As far as the quality goes, I'll show you really quick on here. Here it is down here. Great quality. Again, they all seem fairly similar to me. I don't think that there's anything that's like super, super bad or super, super good. So it gets an average 3. As far as box and wrapper quality goes, it's not the most sturdy box, but because it's only supporting 1 row of crayons, there's not much wiggle room to it. Like, it's gonna hold tightly. And it's really easy to open because there is no back to it at all getting in the way at all. The wrappers are adorable, the little Mickey ones, and each crayon, there are several different images. So each crayon has its own image. The one negative I have about the packaging is, again, just like Barbie, it doesn't say on here what color this is. There's no writing on here at all. However, because it only comes in a pack of 8, you're only getting 1 of each color. You're getting 1 red, 1 orange, 1 yellow, 1 green, 1 blue, 1 purple, and 2 neutral because you're getting a brown and a black. So as far as color diversity, in the box of 24, if you count all of them, you get the same number of each color, and I think that is worth it. So this gets a 5. This is the best for color diversity. If you are putting in small amounts of crayons, this one wins. However, it's regular priced $1.25 for 24 crayons. And Dollar Tree doesn't do back to school pricing. It's $1.25 year round, which makes these 5 cents per crayon and makes me a little sad. It's not the worst, so it gets a 2 instead of a 1, which brings Mickey's total to 13. And that is the full review of all of our crayons. Again, here is what they all look like. I recommend all of them. If you're going to go by this and the numbers, our number 1 crayon is this Mondo Llama here for 25 cents from Target. Our number 2 crayon, and probably the one that I actually recommend buying, are these CraZArt crayons for 35 cents from Walmart. These are the ones I will continue to buy in bulk. In fact, my favorite way to buy these CraZArt crayons is to buy them in bulk on Amazon so that you get something more like this you get a more better color diversity, but you're still getting the best quality crayon. Number 3 is actually Crayola as far as points goes, our OG crayon. Number 4 and 5 is actually this Imagine and the Greenbrier crayon scored the same. But if you have to pick between these two, even though this guy is 50 cents year round, I still like these better for the color diversity that you're gonna get. And it's gonna go into 3 different boxes as opposed to 1 box. And then our number 6, shockingly, is this guy for $1 right now at Walmart. And in very last place are these really adorable $1 Barbie crayons for a count of 16. I hope this was educational. I hope this helped. And I hope that you are not offended by the scores. In fact, my favorite crayon didn't win first place, and I'm still gonna buy it anyway. And that is it. I really hope that you enjoyed this version of This or That, and that you are having a good day wherever you are. And in case no one has told you, I love you lots.